Hello everyone, this is Crime Alley Comics. Thank you for joining me tonight for episode number 53 of the Comic Book Artist Spotlight. Tonight's Spotlight is going to be on Tai Templeton. I didn't find a lot of information out about him, but that's probably because most of his work has been done for DC Comics on Batman Adventures, and he's done other work as well, but it seems like that's what he's most noted for. And but like I said, I didn't find a whole lot of information on him, but I did find some. And I do have books to show you, of course. And you'll be seeing pictures of books and art and so on throughout this entire video. So let's get started talking about Tai Templeton. Ty's first name is actually Tyrone, and he is a Canadian comic book artist and writer who has drawn a number of mainstream titles, TV associated titles, and his own series. Templeton first received attention for Stig's Inferno Vortex comics, now a cult classic, which detailed the journey of its lead character into hell in a parody of Dante's The Divine Comedy. Templeton recalled that after reading the 3 books of the Divine Comedy, I fell in love with them as stories. It took a bit to get past the language translations, but for a year or so, I was reading different versions off and on as my reading on subways and buses getting to and from school. Templeton first transferred this inspiration into comic book form with the intent of making it a strip in his campus newspaper, but ended up shelving the project until Vortex publisher William P. Marks suggested that he make it into a series. According to Marks, of the 5 series that Vortex was publishing at the time, Stig's Inferno was the most consistently produced on schedule. He has gone on to do titles for Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Bongo Comics, and Moonstone Comics, including Batman Adventures, The Simpsons, and many others. He also created his own graphic novel, Big Time, published by DC Comics mature readers imprint Vertigo. He was recently editor of an independent Canadian comic company, Mr. Comics. Recent work included writing and drawing stories for DC's Batman 66, based on the 1966 television series. He teaches classes in comic book writing and drawing, known as Tai Templeton's Comic Book Boot Camp. Templeton was born on May the 9th of 1962. He is the brother of the internet pioneer and entrepreneur Brad Templeton, and son of Canadian celebrities Charles Templeton and Sylvia Murphy. He lives in Ontario, Canada. Some of the awards that he has received: in 1996, he received the Eisner Award, winning for Batman and Robin Adventures by Paul Dini, Tai Templeton, and Rick Burkett for DC Comics. In 1998, Eisner Awards winner for Batman and Robin Adventures for DC Comics once again. 1998, nominated for Best Cover Artist, Eisner Award for Batman and Robin Adventures. 1999, Eisner Award winner for Batman, The Gotham Adventures. In 2005, he won Outstanding Writer, Joe Shuster Award for the Batman Adventures. In 2014, inducted into Canadian Comic Book Hall of Fame. And in 2017, he won the Outstanding Webcomic Creator Joe Shuster Award for Bun Toons. All right. And that's all the information I have for Tai Templeton. If you have any other information that I did not cover, I would appreciate you leaving a comment. like I said, I sometimes when I'm looking for information on these artists, I can find a ton of information for some people, and for other people it's just very, very limited. So I don't know if you know, if these comic book artists, if some of them are much more private and just don't allow as much information out as others do. But I know even some of the comic book artists that I have looked up that have been around for years and are, you know, well known and have been, you know, have been around for decades. Sometimes I have a hard time finding information out about them, but and then other times it's like there's just, you know, gobs of information that I come across. So then I have to weed through and decide, you know, what I really want to incorporate into my into my videos. So, but in this case, it was very difficult to find information out about Tai Templeton. So, next up, I will show some of the books that I have. I have several of the Batman animated series books, and of course, the new Batman Adventures continues. I want to get that full run as well. So let's get to the books. I think I have about 5 to show you. So the first one up is Batman Adventures #1. And no, this is not the DC Classics. This is the original. From, I believe, 2014. Actually, it might have started closer to the end of 2013. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Batman 66. These actually started in 1992, I believe. Batman Adventures #3. Get my hand out of the way so you can see it. This is Batman Gotham Adventures #5. And down here at the bottom, you can see Ty's signature on this bottom corner right here. Well, now it's out of focus. It showed up better a minute ago. But anyway, very cool looking cover. Another Batman Adventures #12. Or, I'm sorry, Batman and Robin Adventures #12. I was going to say, Batman Adventures #12 is first appearance of Harley Quinn, which I do have. And then the last one is Batman and Robin Adventures #7. And again, down here at the bottom corner, you can see, you can almost see his signature. Maybe if I get this up like, there we go. Now you can see it. Alright. Alright, that's all I have for this episode of the Comic Book Artist Spotlight. Join me again next week for episode 54. Thank you everyone for coming by. Hope you enjoyed this. Again, if you have any comments, any experience meeting Tai Templeton, or anything you want to share with the community, I would very much appreciate you leaving comments. I love reading you guys' comments, especially when it comes to, you know, if you've met the artist and you know what your impression was of that person and so on and so forth. I enjoy reading those type of things. Alright, that's all I have for tonight. Thank you all for stopping by. Have a great week. Mine hasn't started out the greatest, but you know what? It's got to get better. So, love Mondays, love Mondays. I'm actually recording this on Monday night. So, have a great week. God bless. And we'll see you all next video.